Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Gears of War Reloaded on the Series X, and this is my insane difficulty guide and walkthrough. We're currently on the second act, which is Nightfall, and Act 2-1 is entitled Tick Tick Boom. And we have a path selection here, so we're going to first take the left path, and this is going to put us with Dom. So there are each path that you go on, there's an occasion where you can get an early long shot. This is the path also where you're on the same level as the boomers. So if you do want a boom shot, this is the path that you want to choose. If you're going after a boom shot and a long shot, you can still get both. I didn't have any problems getting a long shot drop from the sniper that has it on this chapter on either path. So, and again, whatever weapon you want to immediately start out with, put that on D-pad right. I would swap out the shotgun for the Lancer. So, in this chapter, we're going to be going after E-holes with the boom shot to seal them instantly. And it's always a good idea to immediately be able to start with your boom shot. So put that on D-pad right, because it can, you don't have to switch every time, even though it's not that much of a hassle. But if you stand in the corner here, you can capitalize on this guy, saw him up. And on this part over here, we're going to go after the sniper with the long shot. And the best way to have the sniper drop the long shot is to throw a grenade up to him, and that will generally cause him to drop his long shot, and the long shot will drop down on this level. Watch. There goes the long shot down here. There was one instance where I didn't have to do that. The sniper actually jumped down here, and I killed him down here and grabbed his long shot. But I would say that this is probably the trickier of the paths, only because it's you're doing a lot of close quarters fights with grubs that like to come up to you unnervingly. So it's okay. So there's the long shot. I would not pick up the long shot quite yet. What I would do is I would leave the boom shot and the Lancer equipped for now. And then once everybody's dead, then you want to probably switch out the long shot, the Lancer for the long shot. But if you have a boom shot and a sniper here, it's a little difficult to deal with these enemies that are, close to you. So there's going to be one wretch each time you do these paths. There was the wretch over there. And this is the hard part here because you're going around corners kind of blindly, and enemies... See this enemy? He was right over there, so I had to back up. And I was hoping that he would come over here so I could chainsaw him. But I think what he did was he retreated back the way that he came. You don't need to worry about the guy in the turret. Not at first. You really need to pick off the other ones. Probably the best spot to stand once you do take out the turret guy is to come back over here. This is going to be a familiar spot later in the video where we have to come down this hall. It's just a lot safer over here because then you don't have to go down any blind alleys. And it is interesting though that you can get an early sniper on this chapter, because I don't know if it was intended like that, but it works the same way that it does on the Ultimate Edition, where you know how the long shot drops in that way. On the other path, it would seem like it would be harder to get the long shot, but I didn't have any problems with it, and you very well may have problems with it. But the times that I was going after it, I kept getting it, and I didn't have to throw a grenade up there. Also, you know how we threw a grenade up to that level where the sniper was? That's the best way to do it. You don't want to shoot him with a boom shot, because I found that if you try to shoot that sniper with a boom shot, he he won't drop the sniper very often. So the quickest way to get it and the most consistent way, without any question, is to just throw the grenade up there. And hell, maybe the sniper will hop on down to the level where you're at, and you don't even have to worry about it. That was kind of funny when he did that to me. Okay, so this is the right path. You're gonna be um, above the boom shot guys. Most of the time, they have their backs to you, and they never turn on you. But if they do turn on you, just be careful. But notice you can't go down there and get their boom shots. So I would say that if you want a boom and a sniper, um, go on the previous path, because on this path you can't get the boom shot. I mean, you'll be able to get one later for sure. Now there's also going to be a guy that comes out of this door. Now these instances here where I'm trying to, you know, anticipate an enemy coming out of a door and then chainsawing him, that can easily go wrong just as it's gone right there. So if he starts firing at you, staggers you, and puts you down, don't worry, it happens. But here's another way of getting it. You can just shoot the sniper. I wait until he starts, you know, getting up at least, or at least aiming. And then you see the long shot drop there. We didn't have to throw a frag grenade up there. We just shot him with the good old Lancer, and he dropped his sniper. And the really wonderful thing about Gears of War 1, and also Gears of War 2, is that you can get sniper rifle ammunition from standard crates. It's really nice. They started to change that in Gears 3. But I believe you can get up to 24 rounds with the long shot. And with the boom shot, you can get up to 12. They have that in subsequent games as far as ammunition quantity for the boomer. Now this guy down the hall behind the Troika, you would think, you know, and I've called these guys hard kills, but since your other teammates are, you know, distractions, he'll occasionally turn on them and give you an opportunity to kill him and at least hit him. But when you are going through these scenarios, you know, out in the courtyard back there, you might ask yourself, should I help my teammates that are on the other side of the fence? And I would definitely say yes. Not for goodwill necessarily, but just because as you're advancing, the locusts that are fighting your teammates on the other side, they can shoot you. So make sure that you help your teammates, and, you know, so that you don't get killed. Okay, so I'm going to put the long shot on D-pad left. And it wouldn't let me pick up the Lancer here for some reason. You know, why the hell does stuff like that happen? But I did do these out of sequence. So in the next video, Grist, you'll see that I do have the long shot and the boom shot. So I apologize about that, but I'm not sure why I did them out of sequence. I think the main reason was I thought that I would have a harder time getting the long shot drop from the sniper by shooting it with the Lancer. I didn't know how consistent that would be, so I just chose to do the pass out of order. And now we're nearly done with the chapter, and we'll shortly be on Grist. And that is a done deal. Hopefully this helped you out and explained to you the long shot drops and you know, how to clear the level in general. So this has been Bick Benedict of Bick Benedict Productions. Please take care.